Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I got a praise report. 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 Testimony, testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. You got a praise report. Everybody got a praise report. Testimony, testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report.
Yeah, I got a praise report. Running my talent, God thank you for it. And I got his full support. Gentlemen ways, they opening doors. Dropped all these blessings to here, it's yours. Gave me all that I've been praying for. Didn't know if you could hear me, doubted him a bit. He ain't sitting on my page. Look, turn nothing into something. That's
What up? What's going on, Team Nikeo? What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all so much for checking in with us for this Nikeo podcast. More than the music, we're so excited to check in with y'all today. Hope everybody's day is going well. We are Nikeo Music, and thank you so much for rocking with us on today. Listen, today's gonna be a great day. We got a great topic for y'all, but first and foremost, Happy New Year. This is the first podcast of the new year. God bless you guys, man. I hope you and your family are doing well. Hope your New Year's resolutions are on the way, and we ain't give up on them yet. We're only in day 4 of the new year. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm AP, and I'm going to let the ladies start by go ahead and introducing yourself first. And before I even get started, we have our new audience on IG. So IG family, what's going on, y'all? Yes, y'all missed the pod. We've been kind of podding for a little bit, man. But I hope y'all are good, man. And we get to see y'all comments too. So thank y'all for streaming with us, man. If you don't know what this is our new podcast talking about the process that we got to making a new album. So we want to tap in with y'all too, man. So again, on Facebook, on YouTube, share the stream, all that stuff, man. But I'm gonna get out the way. I'm AP, and I'm gonna let the team introduce themselves. Tiny, go ahead, sis. She just staring at the thing. Ebony, go ahead, sis.
Hey, Tiny. Hope you heard me.
Tiny, you was all frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen?
No, you good now. You good now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotta take my Wi-Fi off. Wait, I'll be right back.
You know it's bad. We gotta take your Wi-Fi off. All right, get Eb.
Hey guys, it's your girl Ebony or Eb.
Butch, go ahead, bro.
Yo, what's up? It's the real King Gish.
He's still at it.
He Aggie, bro. Hey, what's going on, y'all? This Sharif Butchie Dixon.
They switch the roles today.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year
to you.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Tiny, you back?
Barely.
Tiny, are you back?
Yeah.
How's it? God, woman, come on, girl.
You.
Look, happy New Year to everybody, man. I hope y'all are doing well, man. Let's say good evening to some people. Donna, good evening, sis. Good evening.
Hello.
Thanks for always supporting, man. We appreciate you. Happy New Year to you, sis. Hope all is well. Thank y'all again, man. Look, this is a new podcast for those that are on IG. We've been doing the podcast for almost 5 weeks now, man. And we just said, look, we should try and do this on Instagram too. So, we're on Instagram, man. And hopefully y'all are having a great day as well. So, tap in with us, say what's up to us, man. And we would love to hear from y'all too. So, today we are, the last couple of weeks, we went through how many songs, y'all? This is song number 4 on the album?
This is number 4. Yeah, number 4.
We started talking about the new album. The new album is called Therapy. Again, for the new viewers, the new album is called Therapy. We're so excited about it, man. It's coming out in January. We're going to be diving deep into some good topics, man. So the first song we talked about was what? Ebony. What's the first song we talked about?
I was trying to share the live. I'm sorry. The first topic was changes.
What was it?
Changes.
Ish, what was the second song we talked about?
Changes.
That was the first one.
The first one was triggers.
First one was triggers. So Ebony in trouble. Okay.
But the first one is actually supposed to be changes, but that's a topic for another day.
No, it ain't. But it's and then Butch, what was the third song we talked about last week?
Level.
There you go, level. I appreciate you came in the clutch too. I ain't throw the Tiny because she might act like she frozen again.
I'll be like,
tell me something good.
So today we're talking about this song called Father Figure. But before we get into Father Figure, man, one more time, share the stream right now, y'all. We're about to have a good time on today. Of course, you know we always gonna have our hot topic. Of course, we always have to, throw a song in there, that unreleased Nikeo song that we haven't released before. We got a good one today. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this hot topic that we have. But before we do that, how was y'all New Year's, man? How was y'all New Year's? What y'all do for New Year's? Everybody make it to New Year's, or you just slept?
No, I was in church, bro.
Church boy, we church. We church. We holy around here. We churching. I don't know about Ish. Ish don't be. He
I don't be going. I'll be
Ish is an undercover Muslim. Yeah.
Undercover Muslim is crazy.
he sneak bacon wherever he go to the mosque. He be the family eating bacon.
I got a ziplock of bacon.
What y'all do for New Year's? Put in the comments too. What y'all do for New Year's, man? Let's chop it up a little bit.
I went to me and Nisi went to one of my coworkers and his girlfriend's house, man. We had a good time too, just chilling, relaxing. We lit the fire pit, sat out, matching minds, having some good conversations, some good dialogues. Just a good New Year's Eve, man. Got to chill out, relax. I wasn't working this New Year's Eve. Like, that's big for me because that's all I've done for like the last 10, 15 years is work.
On New Year's. So true.
On New Year's Eve. So, I got to just relax this New Year's. It's been a good
get week. This straight.
Hold Jamal. I ain't talking about you.
Bring it in.
Somebody that came into the chat. Mama, hey mama. She said, once upon a time you went to church, young man. Dwayne, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you, man. He said he was at church shouting. I feel you on that. You had to shout one time for the New Year. I feel you on that one.
Hey, bro, go ahead, bro.
He lying. He's lying.
Shout one time for the New Year. Tiny, what about you? What you do?
Me and our neighbors down the hall, we went to Miami. She has a cousin that lives in Miami, and we stayed at their house, chilled with the dogs, the pool. Then we went to some not a few restaurants, really nice, different type of food. Then we went to brought in the New Year at this really, really nice restaurant, and the host was so nice. On first contact, he sat us right by the DJ, and the DJ was playing the bangers. So it was nice. It was really nice.
The bangers.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, then we went to the beach. Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh, you living your whole Florida
Somebody
life
loves
right
living
now.
in Florida.
Yeah, I was.
Yes, I was like, ooh, I really live here. I'm still in that. I really live here.
That's good. Hey, was you churching too? What was you doing?
I was churching and then I slept the whole day.
Yeah, sleep.
Now I had to church it up real quick for the one time. It was good. We had a good time too. Building was packed, man. It was good to see everybody in the building, man. Shout out to GSC, Greatest Shallow Church, best church in the world. So I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Look, we got a hot topic for y'all today, man. Let's get right into it, family. Look, now the internet was a blaze. Talking about this whole Jamal Bryant issue. It's not really an issue. It's kind of it's an issue for some people, church people. His wife had a certain outfit on at an event, and the church folk were all up in arms about this outfit. Everybody had a lot of opinions to say, some good, some bad. Some people were projecting their own feelings. But we're gonna play this clip real quick.
Take your time, fine.
You think about, bro?
I'm sorry, brother. All right, and so we're gonna play this real quick, man. I want to get y'all a response. Listen, this is a safe zone. I want y'all to feel like we're not gonna judge y'all comment. You know what I mean? Some people don't like for you to comment on stuff, so we won't judge you. Whatever your comment is, we're not gonna judge you. But check this clip out and let me know what y'all think about it. All right, let's see.
I needed to deal with it head on because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now you got to help some people because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing, I needed to set the record straight. Y'all don't like this. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. The good thing for John the Baptist.
Well, I'm just gonna stop it right there. He said a lot more. All right, church people, put your hat on. Let's talk about it. It's a safe space, y'all. I promise you, we will not judge you. We will just banish you from it. Now I'm joking. Do whatever y'all feel, but let's talk about it real quick, man. Before we get into what we really want to talk about, let's talk about this thing now. Twofold. The dress. Now, I wish I had a picture of the dress. I would have put it up here, but I somebody found it for me. The dress itself was not a see-through dress. It was just flesh colored, and black women are blessed and highly favored. So I guess that people didn't like the way that the dress was fitting. But give us your thoughts, man. What are your thoughts on what Pastor Jamal Bryant had to say in response to the haters that were coming for his wife? I'm gonna throw this to the ladies first because y'all, we not gonna wear what y'all wearing. So hopefully we ain't wearing it. I know. But I'm gonna throw it to Ed first. What are your thoughts on this whole topic when it comes to how people perceive you when you dress a certain way? What are your thoughts? I might have changed the question there real quick, but I'm sorry. But
okay.
what are your thoughts? Yeah.
I think that first off, I agree with everything that he said. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like, yes, she is this public figure and this first lady, but at the same time, she's a married woman, a married grown woman. And if it was, I mean, I don't mean to bring like race and stuff into it, but if it was somebody else of another particular, demographic, this wouldn't be a conversation. So I feel like because it accentuated her body and, it was a flesh-like color, but everybody, just because they ain't first ladies and stuff, they still out here dressing how they want to dress. But because she's in this position, it's different. But I think that it was fine. I don't think it was bad.
Okay. Tiny, what are your thoughts?
I also am fine with it. I mean, if guys got problems with all of it, like staring and whatever, okay, well, stop sinning, close your eyes. Like, what's good? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your problem. Me personally, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's not like she was wearing like a bathing suit and but I feel like I get it, like what Ev said, because it was like a flesh, type of material, looked a certain way, blah, blah, blah. All right, whatever. People always gonna have something to say. If she was comfortable and her man was comfortable with him, like him buying the dress for her, then I mean, that's all that matters. And hopefully that they sold is right and like their intentions were good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that their intentions would be like, oh yeah, let me go buy you this dress, honey. So this, we can spark some whatever. Cause it seems like his congregation is already, pretty big. So I don't think he would be out here clout chasing, but again, I'm fine.
I'm with you on that one, Tiny. Ish, what you got?
Oh,
Hey, precursor. Ish already got kicked out of a comment
section.
section for his views. So if he say anything left, it is the views of Ishmael Rouse, and not Nikeo music as a whole. So just in case he go far left with this thing, Ish, go ahead.
Hey,
I'm
yo,
gonna
you
stay.
gotta
I'm gonna
relax.
stay right in the center with this thing.
Hey,
I
what?
think I have a couple of thoughts. I
Hey
think
yo.
first and foremost, when you're in the public, you open yourself up to public critique. That's the first thing. Like it doesn't matter what you do, no matter how righteous it is or how ill intended it is. When you do something publicly, you're always going to have people who have something to say about it. That's just it. So I think that's the first thing, and I personally think that Jamal and Doctor what is her name? Um,
I honestly can't remember
I
her
forget her
at the
name
top of my head.
right at the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure at this point and stage in their life, I mean, after TV shows with Jamal, after pastoring the way has been as educated as she is and the things that she do, I'm pretty sure they at a point where they're just like, we good with this. People gonna talk. They've been
yep.
talking. They always had something to say. They're gonna continue to have something to say. I think that's the first thing. I second thing, I agree with the ladies. I feel like um if I buy Nisi a dress or if Nisi buys a dress and we both agree on the dress, it stops there. Period. Like it's no conversation to be had about it. I personally wouldn't even entertain them people. As a matter of fact, what I probably would have did is I probably would have took Nisi shopping again and went live. That's probably what I would have did. Like, because what are we talking about? Like, why is what I'm doing, what my wife is doing, what she's wearing, any of your business? The second thing or third thing is like, yeah, like find something else to talk about. There's mad stuff going on in the world.
Go
It's
save a
mad
child.
stuff that pertains to salvation, that pertains to ministering, that pertains to like Ed said, which is such a big thing because if she was of another hue, it wouldn't have been a conversation. If she was built like a board, it wouldn't have been the conversation. But for some reason, and then it be the main ones too that when you go to their church and see them in the pulpit, face all beat, hair down their back, got all the jewelry on. Don't the Bible frown on that too?
Hey, you ready for that
Okay.
conversation?
Yeah, so
Out here
it
eating
is
pork.
what it is. But again, at the end of the day, I ended with where I started with. People gonna talk. So I mean, if you're gonna be public and you're gonna do what you do and say what you say and wear what you wear, just be prepared that people gonna have opinions about it. That's all.
As always, as always. Yeah, bro. You got it.
Yo, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, you good. You
Yes,
good.
sir.
On the set. Real man, like it's always like the black church, and I hate to say it this way, but we be killing ourselves, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we ready to tear each other down. Like no, like it's his one thing he said. Like I don't think you played the clip, but one thing he said was, "Yo, I want. If I'm not going home to no wife that look all crazy."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm paraphrasing, but I ain't going home to no wife look all crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like if she I bought the dress. What's the problem? Like what do we have a problem with me buying a dress for my wife? It ain't like you could see her butt or no her panties and all like that. She's shapely. She's very shapely. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's a skin tone color dress. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm confused. I'm so confused with everything else that they could talk about. They talk about his the operative word being his wife's dress. You know
Look,
what I'm
I'm gonna get this comment real quick. Honestly, didn't think nothing was wrong with the dress. Now, if her butt was hanging out, that's something different. True. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second here. So now this is where the church folk got up in arms because they felt like, and I think they weren't even at church; they were at an event.
They wear that gala.
Yeah, they're at a gala, so it wasn't.
That's what I'm. That's why I really have
Right,
a problem with it. Like
right.
I'm confused why people. What they thought she was supposed to wear?
Yeah, so that's the whole thing that I'm confused about too. Is that they weren't at it? She wasn't at a church service. She wasn't at a prayer rally. She wasn't at a she was at a place where it's a opportunity to
Get
when
flopped.
people go to step out, they step out. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. So the question always is, especially from the church folk, a woman of God shouldn't be dressed like that.
Oh my
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I get it because you want to make sure that people always see Christ when they see somebody. Okay, fine, but at the same time, her husband is a whole pastor, and if he ain't got no problem with it, he could on Real Talk bring your stuff to the forefront. It ain't about it. It ain't a dress. There's other stuff you getting into. If he really, if he really want to talk about stuff, yeah, he could really. So if you want to really talk about some stuff, he can talk about your stuff. But we also as people, we all love to nitpick people about stuff. So it's always about, you want people to portray, especially in Christianity, you want the people to portray this perfect image of who people are, right?
Tell me where it says she can't wear that dress though.
Bro, you know what it is? I think that the church folk initially did what they do. They see something, they see some clickbait comments, they see a clickbait title to a post, they see without investigating, without getting real information on something, and they run with stuff. And I think that initially a lot of people thought that the dress was see-through, which is crazy. But again, let's go back to the facts. They were at a gala, a fundraising gala. She dressed, as you said, Aaron. They were stepping out. They were getting fly. They weren't in the pulpit. She wasn't at a church function. They were outside. And it's like, again, like to Butch's point, it's like, yo, like we do the most talking about what other people are doing, and it's like, well, what about what you were doing or not doing? It's like at some point, when do you just focus on you? I don't understand why, particularly on social media, even though, like I said, it's a platform for public opinion, but particularly on social media, we have so many. How can I say this? I'm gonna tread lightly. We got so many. I just said we got so many social media pastors who are trying to pastor people that they ain't never gonna meet, ain't never had nothing, have no connection to. Like, for instance, if I felt like Tiny was doing something inappropriate, I have a relationship with Tiny where I can go to Tiny, and have a conversation with Tiny, and vice versa. And we've done that. We've checked each other before. All of us on here have checked each other before. Why? Because we have an outlet in a relationship with each other where that has some type of merit. When one of us have an opinion about each other, y'all talking about people y'all ain't never gonna meet, having an opinion, doing whole Facebook posts, which really, in my opinion, is what Jamal said. Y'all trying to get clout. You having the you on Facebook trying to get clout, trying to get people to pay attention to you, right? You know what I'm saying? And you talking about stuff that has no relevance. Like, again, in your pulpit, like it's the same ones that I know personally. Face be beat, bro. Like, got all of the makeup on, looking like clown, like Pennywise out, like, you know what I'm saying? And but what about that? Like, you're not condemning yourself, you're not talking about yourself, but the Bible was clear about that stuff, about modesty. So I think it's just like it becomes like a snowball effect. Like, again, which is why Jesus said, for the most part, worry about yourself, worry about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't remove the speck from my eye when you got a plank in yours. Because I guarantee you, for any situation, the moment you start worrying about what somebody else is doing or got going on or undercover or whatever the case is, there's things that we could point out about you. It's just that simple.
The long end of the story is people love to comment on stuff that got nothing to do with them. People love to try and control the narrative of somebody else. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, Butch, my bad.
The one thing I want to say is that, and I'm trying not to be offensive, but so I'm going to say, like, there are a bunch of plus size men, plus size women that talk about people when they can't wear what that person wear, right? It's normally always like that. Like,
why you say plus size people?
You about to start something.
Skinny people don't get mad either. Just the plus size people.
I was gonna get to them.
Clean up here.
I was gonna get to them too, but I'm just talking about, like, I specifically know people. I personally know people that I've known for years that you always talked about people because they wasn't in the position to wear what they wore.
Exactly.
I'm just an example, right? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just using that. The person I'm talking about is a plus size person. Soon they got that Ozempic. Now they want to wear everything that everybody wearing.
Hey, bro.
And now,
no, that's real talk, bro. I went to church with a sister that used to do that. Like, she was super deep, bro. Like, super deep in the sense of she would wear the big hat. She would, Tiny, you know what I'm talking about. She would wear the big hats. She would wear the long dresses. I mean, covered up everything. The I love Jesus brooch and all of that. And anytime somebody with a shape would have something on that to her was a little bit too risky, she always had something to say about them. That ain't godly. The moment Shorty started losing weight, all of a sudden that went out the window. All of a sudden that went out the window.
or bring it to people. You know, everybody going to get their butt done and stuff like that. They used to always talk about people. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just people plus size women. It's smaller women that don't have shapes. You know what I'm saying? But once they go enhance their body now, oh, it's okay to wear this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna get on Ozempic.
Hey, bro.
When I get on Ozempic, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear.
You gonna wear tight pants?
Yeah. Come out with some butt out short.
Hey, look, because they be addressing as soon as the sisters put on a flesh colored tight dress, they got something to say. But what about your Never mind.
All the comments
because them boys be wearing them tight pants.
Email Ish
tight
pants.
Y'all ain't addressing them. Y'all ain't addressing them. All right, we're gonna stop. We're gonna
email Ishmael Rouse at gmail.com. Now, look, let people do what they're gonna do, man. Listen, you it's only one guy that could judge them, so go ahead and do your thing. Stop worrying about everybody stop doing all these think pieces on Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff. You can have an opinion, yes, have an opinion, but for you to go so crazy to have a 3-part series on somebody else's dress,
you're trying to get money, bro.
Get a life.
TikTok paying people.
Yeah,
you trying to get their followers up.
Yeah, you on TikTok doing a diagram board about look at the diameter of her dress. It looks like this is what the Illuminati signal is for.
Right.
She worships a cat dog. Like dumb stuff. But anyway, y'all. Yeah. So that was a hot topic, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Listen. We and we want to hear y'all, man. We want to hear y'all opinions and everything. Throw it in the comments. You know, whatever we talking about, please throw it in the comments, man. We would love to hear from y'all. But listen, we're about to get into something. The next song, track 4, off the album is called Father Figure, and Ish is the only one on this song, but I think it's probably one of Ish's best penned songs. I really do. So Ish, listen, we're gonna let you intro it real quick. We do have a clip, but I'm gonna let you intro it quick, bro. Hold on, matter of fact, let's play the clip real quick. Let's do this. No, actually, Ish, get an intro, bro. Get an intro while I load this clip.
All right. Well, Tiny's on this song. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I get what you were saying. I'm not. I'm just echoing you, brother. I'm just echoing you.
But those little, accents for me help make the song. You know what I mean? So
okay.
I wanted to just say that, Tiny's on the song. The song is titled Father Figures. And Father Figures is a song that derived from a mental conversation that turned into something that I was writing to my daughters. That at the time that I was writing, I don't think I was like in a space where I could like communicate it to them verbally. So I wrote it, and it turned into a song. And Father Figures is just basically me unpacking what it's like to be a father without a father, what it's like, what the journey has been of being a husband, of being a father who did not have the examples of what it takes, and just recognizing over time my inadequacies, and just being able to position myself to talk to them about it, and be open with them about it, and hopefully create dialogue between us and them about what fatherhood in their lives looked like, where there were shortcomings, so on and so forth. That's basically what the song's about. But again, Father Figures. It's pretty much self-titled, self-explanatory.
Listen, y'all. This is gonna be a deep dive, man. Like this ain't this. We want to hear y'all voices on this one because it's gonna be a topic that we can discuss, man. Some people have fathers in their lives, some people don't. But we're gonna do a deep dive real quick on the song called Father Figure. Now, listen, yeah, bro.
No, I was about to say, if you watching, share it on Instagram, share on Facebook, share on YouTube. We want to hear what everybody else got to say as far as this topic goes. We're going to have some dialogue. We got some questions. We got some things that we're going to tap into. And we just want to get opinions. So make sure y'all share this live, please.
Yeah, share it live, man. Let me see if I can get this video to play real quick. Check it out.
You know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
All right, y'all. Listen, this is the song "Father Figure." This is track 4 on the new album, man. Check it out. Let me know what y'all think. Please put in the comments as always how y'all feeling about the song, what y'all think. Yeah, here it is, "Father Figure." Check it out.
To her about the kids being that they're older and just not having space with the tie into what we was talking about how my interaction with them now that I'm grown, I realize, or at least I feel like it lacked in a lot of ways. Case in point, things as simple as just being free to hug them. You know what I'm saying?
Or
to
to
be
be,
Yeah.
right.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
really,
and being free to express to them, you know, like you were saying, like with your dad, like you know that he loves you. He had his way of showing it, but there was ways you needed to be loved.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like,
he was
did
there,
I
but he
dropped the
wasn't present,
ball?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In ways that I dropped the ball because I was busy trying to figure out how to love them the best way that I know how, and was I missing the way that he needed to be loved? You just wonder, like, all right, like, is that a trigger for them? What are they not sharing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What are they
Why they
dealing
not
with
sharing?
that
Right.
could be a result of me just something as simple as not hugging?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So, and do they know? 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 Do they know?
Dang, I gotta remember that hook. I came up with a hook out there. It'll come back to me.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
Yeah, I ain't perfect and I know it. It's like the ones you love the most, somehow you always do the least to show it. Familiar breeds contempt when in the midst it's hard to notice. And I only get one shot to raise y'all right, don't wanna blow it. But sometimes I think I fail to tell you just how beautiful you are. Or wonder if all those hours I worked is leaving y'all with scars. Or maybe I just be thinking too hard. Like if the image of father I'm living is clearly pointing y'all to God. Yeah, something I question when I can't provide. When the means and the needs ain't seeming to see eye to eye. There's been times when I've sat outside y'all bedroom door and cried, feeling like I'm ill prepared, scared I can't teach y'all to fly. Cause the truth is I'm just a man who's still growing up, trying to be what I never had, treating wounds and open cuts, hard to open up stuff. One day I pray we can discuss, not that y'all need to know it all, but just so that y'all know enough. Be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trigger, but gotta play my part. Gotta play my part. And be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trying to piece together my heart. Still gotta play my part. Yeah, listen. It never was part of the plan to struggle. But then again, your dad was never good at making plans. I made excuses though, so in turn many plans fumbled. Made it crazy difficult to put food in the pots and pans. But y'all were clueless, and your parents, we were foolish. We were babies raising babies, it was crazy. We were toolers, and the negative influences and poor decision making, lack of patience. Swear it had to be God that pulled us through it, but let's keep it fluent. I never wanna pretend for y'all. See, children got a knack for putting daddies on a pedestal. View me as a hero, but if I could just confess to y'all, this man behind the mask is a wretch just doing his best for y'all. Now this'll probably come as a bit of a stretch for y'all, but sometimes I wish we waited to bring you in this world with so little to offer. Amidst this mess we created, tell the truth, I still wonder how we made it. To be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trigger, but gotta play my part. Gotta play my part. And be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trying to piece together my heart. Still gotta play my part. Life rarely goes the way that we planned it. Be in the zone today, tomorrow you struggle to manage. A plot twist could divert your goals and throw your mechanics. So savor every moment, don't take a second for granted. I bless the day that God placed y'all on this planet. I became a better me the moment that y'all landed. Besides the father, y'all the reason I'm standing. So the oath is to make the most of whatever time left with y'all that I'm handed. Want y'all to know you're the most beautiful things in this world. And when you're old and gray, you still gonna be my baby girls. Made so many mistakes, I'll never be the one to judge, but I'll always tell you the truth and promise to do it in love. No matter where you find yourself in life, you got a fan and a protector. Tell these knuckleheads they gotta scram. The things that make a man rich, I swear I have it. Diaja, Amiria, Amani, and Paris, I love you.
Yeah. All right. First of all, fire, fire, fire. Yo, y'all give it up for Ish, man. Ish really talk that talk for real, for real. Yeah, we gonna talk about it. Father figure. Um, it's a which one is that? It's we're gonna talk about it real quick, man. The song is called Father Figure off the new album Therapy. Um, Ish, I'm going to Ish, one of your daughters. Monty said
Oh,
me too.
Oh, love you
Is that
too.
Monty first time hearing the song? Or she heard it before.
She might have heard it before. I'm
I
sure.
heard
No,
it
I'm pretty
before.
sure she's heard it before.
Good, good. We getting some more feedback coming in. Donna said it's fire. Oh, boy, we got all the babies here today. Oh my gosh, Dee Dee. All the babies,
Dee
all the babies here today. They ain't babies no more. Rolanda
Dee.
said fire. Um, Donna said fire, man. Yeah, we some great feedback. Shell said, shout out to the family. Love you guys. Father figure, man, one of my favorites on the project so far. I agree, bro. I agree. Dwayne said he talking. He talking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Hercules. So, so, Ish, I want to give you the floor, brother. What were your thoughts as you were writing? Um, okay, Mari said, heard the song before, but it hits different every time I listen to it. I love you.
Love you
mhm.
too, Mary.
That's good right there. That's good. That's good. Listen, real quick, the first time I played the song in the car for my wife, she cried like a baby. I mean, like to the point of like I had to really check in on her because you were just talking. You were just talking so. Uh, it was like you were almost talking for her father. You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
she almost had the experience because my wife's father passed away. And she kind of had that experience of like um, hearing possibly her father's thoughts through your words. And so man, the song is just powerful, bro. So Ish, give me your mindset, man. What were your thoughts as you go to prepare a song like this, man? Who was the song so let's do this. Who was the song for? Was it for more for you or was it more for your daughters?
That's I think that question has layers. It definitely was initially it began. You know what? You just that question just really made me think about it. I don't really think I've ever thought about how much that was for me.
Mm,
Obviously it was for my daughters. It was a letter or a conversation that I wanted to have, more so a monologue that I wanted to have with my daughters. Um, but now you're making me think like a lot of it was about me being able to be open and be honest and be truthful. Like it's hard. Fatherhood is hard. The expectations of a father are hard. And not only speaking for myself, but to your point, because what you said, Aaron, for other men too, I think there was a sprinkle in there of being able to position myself to speak for other men, because I think, a lot of us who are fatherless, a lot of us who have fathers in our lives who aren't present, a lot of us who um just never got to know our fathers, whatever the situation is. Sometimes we can have these feelings about them, these thoughts about them, and never really understanding what it was to be them, right, wrong, or indifferent. However they moved is that's another conversation. But just having the empathy for life. Like, one thing that fatherhood taught me was to take it easy on my own father.
mm,
Once I started having kids, I can remember one specific time, like, where for years I hated my dad, and it really began when I started having kids, because it was like, yo, ain't nobody here showing me none of this. Like, I'm screwing up bad, and I don't have an outlet, and in the world in and of itself is unforgiving. So it's just like, every mistake you made, they're gonna make you pay for it. And I wanted to be able to say, nah, we make mistakes, because a lot of us wasn't taught how to do it. And I just wanted to kind of be a voice for dudes who were in that position. Not necessarily the dudes who ain't trying, but those of us who are trying and still getting it wrong. But again, more so, just to be able to have a conversation with my children and express. I don't want to say vindicate. It's not about vindication, but more so just give a clearer picture of what it was like. You never know what your kids. I grew up in my dad, and da 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 da, and it's like, let me let you see into me a little bit more.
I think that's actually a good point, bro. We're so like I was thinking about this too as the song was playing. Sometimes as being a father is one of the most scariest things you could be. And that's not downplaying what mothers do. Mothers, do a phenomenal job of nurturing, of caring, and those that are by themselves, that are single moms or whatever. You got all multiple hats on. So salute to y'all. But being a father, especially of a person who had a father but wasn't always present, is different because you put yourself in a position to be like, I don't know what I'm doing all the time. I'm not going to get this right every single time, but also you're scared because you want to make sure you're not bringing broken people into the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's one of the biggest things that my wife and I wanted to do is we wanted to break generational curses when we got married, because I never wanted my kids to be like, yo, my father was there, but he wasn't there. Or my father was there. I know who my father was, but he didn't teach me this. I know who my father was, but he didn't care about me. Like I specifically said to myself, I will be the father that I always wanted my dad to be. And not saying my dad was a horrible dad, but he also taught me a lot of things not to do. And so as a father myself, I wanted to make sure that people can feel my kids know exactly who daddy is. He's a provider, he's a protector. But also he can be there too when you need to just talk about some stuff. And it's not always going to judge you when stuff is going wrong. Yes, we have expectations, but I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to walk through life with you. You know what I mean? Whatever I can give game to, I'm gonna give game to, because it's free game, man. You ain't got to pay for the advice from daddy. But I wanted to be the father that I didn't get a chance to have, the dad that I needed, because like you said, it was times where the older you get, the more you realize like, yo, I don't know how to do some of this stuff. This stuff is tough. So it's a great to have a perspective from a father to say exactly how fathers feel in this situation. Butch, I'm gonna go to you, bro, because you're the only other father on the street. What you eating, bro? Yeah,
sneaking bacon out his desk.
Yeah, he eating communion. It's communion Sunday, and you eating communion. Butch, you the only other father on the stream right now, so give us your thoughts, and then ladies, I'm gonna come to you. Based on how you felt having a father there. What are your thoughts on the song too? So Butch, I'm gonna go to you first, bro. And also in the comments, we want to hear your thoughts too, man, on fatherhood. Let me throw this question to the audience before I even get this to you, Butch. In the comments, what role did your father play in your life? Was he there? Was he supportive? And also, what were some of the things that you felt like you didn't get from your father? Let's have this conversation and let's talk a little bit. Butch, I'm gonna come to you, bro. There you go. You got the screen is yours. Go ahead. You still eating wafers?
I think he muted.
Oh, he muted. Hold on 1 second. I had to mute him because he was chewing in the mic. I got you, bro. Yeah.
Chewing in the mic, bro.
Yeah. Do your thing, man.
So yeah. So for me, it's a very touchy subject because I didn't have my dad, right? And then when I finally got to have a conversation with my dad, he was dying. So, recently I was just in the studio just by myself. I'm always down here by myself. And I'm just thinking like, yo, he never even knew how good I was in basketball. He never knew that I play, that I sing. He don't know his grandkids. Sorry, I'm about to get emotional again. Because it's always a touchy subject for me. But go to the women, man.
Nah. Let's talk. Let's talk. Now, this is what we're here for. This is the whole therapy album is about, y'all. We really put our hearts and our emotions on in this album, and we want to have these conversations, bro. So like Butch, you just said it, bro. And again, we ain't none of this is licensed therapists. We friends, family. We talking, about this stuff. And again, share your comments, man. So Butch, like let us know, bro. Like you grew up in life without a father. What are some of the things that you felt that you didn't get that you needed your father for?
So a lot of things that my siblings and I went through. Living in abandoned building for 3 or 4 years. Uh, life life happened. Foster care. I feel like all that was a little selfish of him to have all that pressure put just on my mom, right? So I promised myself if I ever had kids that um I was going to be the best father ever, right? I would attend their games. I would make sure that they're all right. So I would make sure they never saw what I saw, and so I especially with my girls, like I always tell my kids, make sure you're better than me in life. Whatever you're doing, make sure you strive to be better than me. And I think my kids are doing well, but I know I made a lot of mistakes in terms of just how I parented them because I didn't have, you know, that father. And to be honest, my mom was outside a little too. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I saw, but be specifically talking about father figures, so I'm gonna stick to that. But in terms of my father not being there, never, man. Like, and then, like I said earlier, he, you know, dying. He sent, not to put his business out there, but he passed away. He used drugs, so he passed away from AIDS. Right? He had AIDS, and then I remember before he passed away, I was so angry at him, trying to get him to know who my son was, and this before I had my girls, and so I'm trying to get him to know who my son is, and then I go take my son down there, and then he's nowhere around. So that was like the last straw for me. But then he was dying, and I was like, I'm sorry to take so much time, but he was dying, and I was like, yo, I'm angry, and I went down there one year for Thanksgiving to my grandmother's house, his mom, and I said, let me just go make amends because I don't want him to die knowing that I'm super like I really hated him at one point because he was never there and everything that we had to go through. So I got a chance to talk to him, but I feel bad because I'm talking to you and you're not gonna be here no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's sad that you want to have those conversations when he's leaving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if he wasn't leaving, you want to have that conversation? Would he want to be apologetic? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It felt like kind of weird, So yeah, but like recently, like probably like a week or two ago, I was just sitting down here. That he don't know how successful I've been. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He don't know that I played basketball. I was really good at it. People wanted to put me in college for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I didn't have a father around to go, yeah, this is what I think you should do. I turned it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And chose the streets. I chose to sell drugs and hustle because I was in survival mode. My mom didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a
And
lot.
that was the guidance part that you missed. You know what I mean? The somebody you can kind of lean on when you had these types of issues. I get it, bro. I totally get it. Yes, similar. I've been through similar stuff with my pops too. I want to get the ladies a little bit of chance to answer too. Now and just to encourage you too, bro. You are a great father too, man. And shout out to the whole Dixon squad, man. And hey, you got one of your baby girls on the screen right now. Ed. So talk about it, man. This is one thing you did not have to go through, because your father was in the house. Even though you probably wish he'd take a walk every once in a while, get out the house. Like, go to the store. Go get some milk.
No, don't go get no milk.
Make sure you come back.
Don't get no milk and cigarettes.
Every time I come back, I come back with sneakers.
Hey, dude, it was so crazy. Yo, back in the day, bro, people used to, they be like, I'm going to get some milk and be right back. And they got a family like 2 streets over and never see you again. Yo,
never see your father.
Yeah, living in the same, y'all, daggone, you go to school with your brother, don't even know it. Hey, go ahead, speak to what it felt like having a father in the house, the father figure in the house.
Yeah, so I didn't, have a struggle with obviously not having a dad. And I love my dad. My dad is one of my best friends. And I'm very grateful to have him in my life. And a lot of people that are close to me, like friend wise and stuff like that, do struggle with like, not having their dads in their lives. And it just makes me even more grateful. Sometimes I do like feel like guilty because I want them to have that fatherly love, because it is very important, especially for, I know it's important for males to have a father figure too, but it's also important for, I feel like, women to have a father figure, because I want to marry somebody who treats me like my dad treats me. Like my dad treats me like a princess, and I want to marry somebody that treats me the way that my dad treats me. Like that's the standard that I hold every person that I ever talk to, is to the standard of the way my dad treats me. If my dad would do it for me and you wouldn't, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So, yeah, I'm very grateful that I have my dad in my life, for sure.
That's good. I wanted to just add your dad to the conversation, so that's why I kind of took everybody else away. I'm like, yeah, talk to your daddy.
Talk to your daddy. Your daddy. Talk to your daddy, Cora.
Cora, talk to your daddy.
This is your
birthday. Tiny, I'm gonna come to you, sis. Father figures. What is your pops mean to you, and what are some of the things that you are grateful for that you had a dad to kind of walk through life with?
I don't know if I'm muting myself or you keep muting me.
I'm doing it because you keep clearing your throat. So I got, as people are talking, so I had to mute
I'm
you.
sorry. Yeah. I felt like a sick was coming on, so I had to attack it. So I'm like
down there in Miami.
Yeah, down there.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna just.
I won't know what it means either. So that's all we saying. That's all we saying. All right,
but I don't. This is, first of all, this is my first time ever feeling something of sick, so that's why y'all should come to the warmer weather, because I've been here almost 2 years, and this is the first time I'm feeling anything. Anywho, all right, serious business. Sorry, AP, what was the question again? How do I feel about my dad and him being in the house, etc.? Man, there is so much to say. I feel like this is gonna be a deep one, a deep podcast. Let me see. It's so hard because no one ever really asks you these questions, and it's like you trying to just make sure you
be honest,
right? Well, yeah, be honest, but still,
but
put some integrity on his name. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with my dad. Obviously my mom too. But like I grew up having my dad in the household, and my dad was the worker. He was the worker. So it's like, a lot of times I wouldn't see him till late when it's, time for us to go to bed when we're younger. As soon as he comes to the door, I'm jumping all over him. Mind you, he smells like a bunch of grease and like from the cars, because he does transmissions and stuff like that. So it was like the best thing in the world. Him coming home, he'd be like, "No, Tiny, I stink." I'd be like, "I ain't care." You know what I'm saying? That's my dad. You're gonna get this hug. So like getting older and stuff like that. I feel like the relationship like got different. He started pushing me for like singing and stuff when he noticed that I liked doing singing and stuff like that. So I think my first solo was like when I was 8 or so. And then him and my mom continued to like put me in stuff, and at church for sure, I was there in different competitions. Then when I, started like getting a little older, start feeling myself, I was like, no, I don't want to do what you're saying no more. I don't want to do that, So you know the little rebellious things there. But like overall, like my dad was great. Obviously he's not perfect. There was some things that kind of wish I would have known. Um, growing up, etc. But I don't fault him for that because he's human, just like we all are. But I just appreciate like God putting like other men, like spiritual men in my life, for the things that he might have, missed or, so I'm grateful for that. And it's also, I appreciate the father figures and the guys on this chat and some of my other spiritual brothers, like just talking to me and like just hearing them talk to each other and hearing you guys talk about like how you grew up with your fathers and stuff like that, how you grew up without fathers. It also it made me give my dad even more grace than I was giving him. Because some things he just didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't grow up with a father and he found out his father was still alive at 35, with a whole nother family. So it was different. And it's just like I got a clearer understanding from you guys. In a more appreciative, I became more appreciative of the father role. And so yeah, that's what I have to say.
Appreciate the insight, Tiny. Look, we're gonna go to comment real quick. My father was there financially, but that was cool when I was younger. But once I got older, I realized I needed him to be in my life and be a father. As far as teaching me to become a man, I had to learn that from being in the streets. And that's a lot of the sentiment for a lot of people who
Right.
grew up. Especially if you grew up anywhere near the hood and you didn't have a representative of who a father was supposed to be. The streets raised a lot of us. You know what I mean? So there were things that my mother never ever knew I did, but people in the streets were the ones that helped me to kind of realize what it meant to be a man, things to do and things not to do. There were a lot of my mom did as best as she could, but after a while, the streets had an influence on me. You know what I mean? Because they were the ones that were kind of making sure I was safe. They were the ones that showed me that it's good to be not scared. You know what I mean? Like they showed me how to get money at times. You know, so I had a whole different life that my mother had no idea about because that father or that older influence was what I was craving for at the time. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Ish, I'm gonna throw this question to you, bro. What did becoming a dad expose about you?
bruh. It exposed a lot, man. Like, I mean, again, we're talking about not having a male figure present, right? I was a father before I became a man.
Mm,
And just being, I remember when Dee Dee was born. Dee Dee is my oldest. And to give y'all like context, like I got Dee Dee's mom pregnant when I was 17. So it made for so much turmoil in my life and her life. I often say that Dee Dee grew up with me because like as far as what I felt like a father should bring to the table, at least the examples that I saw, I wasn't even a shadow of that at the time. So there were just so many inadequacies that I had in like going back to what you said about the things that you felt like a father should give you. One of my biggest things particularly at that time was confidence. The confidence to father, the confidence to provide, the confidence, and people don't understand how oh my god, like how important it is to have confidence in who you are as a man and as a father, to actually walk out this thing. And I know like when I first started having my children, it was just like, oh, I didn't know how to do this. I'm not adequate in this. I'm not skilled in this. I don't know how to, even just as simple as things as just having conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? It was just like so many inadequacies. And then in turn, what happened was I would find other things to bury my attention in, where I felt like I was adequate at. You know what I'm saying? So like music or other things or whatever would get my attention. Like you said, Tiny, working. Like my kids will tell you, like I I would just work. I mean, it's still a habit that I have. I would just work, and I think back now, a lot of that was running. Of course, doing my part to provide, but also running from myself. So, just having kids just exposed, like I always say, one of the things that I loved about my wife was that she was balanced. She had her dad, she had her mother. That's all she know. and she got a balance for both roles, and not just to be able to play her roles, but what the expectation should be for a father and a husband. And a lot of that expectation was pushed on me, not in a negative way, but like, you're the man, do the man thing. You're the father, do the father thing. And I think a lot of the times it would play out in anger for me. Responses would be angry. Attitude, like you're just angry all the time and you don't know why.
Yep.
And it took years for me to understand why, but I was angry all the time. Like it progressed as the kids got older, because again, I don't know what I'm doing.
Bro, I'm not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I thought, man, you just made a memory come back. I used to get so mad at my wife when she used to ask me for the smallest things. But I would get mad not because she asked me, because I know how to do it. Like I did
Exactly.
not. I was learning on the job, bro. Like I didn't know what it meant to be a father. I didn't know
Bro.
what it meant to be a husband. I didn't know what it meant to be a man. But I would get upset whenever she would ask me questions, simple questions. But I would just get upset because I didn't know the answer to them, or if I let us, if I say, hey, we're gonna do this, and it turning out terribly. My wife wants to follow my lead, but I just led us into a ditch. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then when she asks a question, I'm like, don't ask me no questions.
Right.
So I'm snapping on her because I'm trying to lead, but I don't know what it means to be a
Look,
leader.
even
Yeah.
in that, bro, even in the snapping and the responding, because like, as you get older, you start to realize like even that was just a defense mechanism. It wasn't even so much like the anger in those responses had everything to do with not being able to communicate that I don't know.
Right.
Not being able to not just feeling, comfortable, and understanding now that the man thing to do is to be able to say to your wife who is with you, who has followed you into the ditch already before, to
Right.
be able to say, I don't know, but not having the confidence, right? Like I go back to what I said, not having that confidence to be able to just be like, yeah, I don't know, but we'll figure this out. As a response, or as a opposition to the idea of I got to keep up this facade, because for me, I realized over time that I was doing my best to give the facade of father and husband, right? Like the facade of it. And again, over time you start to grow and realize like you get to a point in life where it's just like, yo, I'm tired of not being the thing that, that imposter syndrome. I'm tired of feeling like I don't have it. I don't know how, and being free to just open up your mouth and say like, this is where I'm at. These are the things that I'm learning. Going to therapy helped a lot with that. Even at this stage of my life, still unpacking a lot of those things, but being able to unlock those memories and think back, well, why was I this way? And why? Yeah, it was because I didn't have the tools. Nobody gave me the tools. I didn't have examples. A lot of the examples that I had, like for me, it was like what growing up was weird. Like I don't want to change anything, but I don't want to occupy the time. But growing up for me was weird because my father wasn't present. Maybe somewhere from like 10, 9, 10 going on. He came back around when I was 15, and I think it was around the time. Yeah, it was around the time that I think he knew that he was dying, like you said, Butch, and then decided that he wanted to come back around. But when he came back around, he had another family. That's a whole nother conversation. But even then, prior to that, like I could remember when I was younger, like my dad was like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And he was a militant type of dude, like very stern, but I felt safe with him until I didn't. And that played out in a lot of my relationships. That played out in a lot of how I dealt with other males, right? And it also played out in like one of the things I always say, I tell my daughters, I'm really big on my daughters trying to find men or date men seriously that have had a balance, who have had men in their lives. Because one of the things that I noticed about being fatherless, especially as I started having kids, was that when I could always tell when another dude had his dad in his life. I could, because I didn't have one, I could tell when another guy had a father in his life. And I could tell also when other guys didn't have a father in their life. The composure, um, flying off of the handle, uh, being confident in any and every situation, all of these different things that I would notice with dudes who had men in their life. And those things, if I'm being honest, would make me insecure because I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have that skill. I don't have that composure. I don't have that ability to pull back and not react and still feel like a man in the sense of not in a moment of not reacting. Whereas most dudes that I know who didn't have a father, who didn't have that upbringing, they're quick to react because that is their defense mechanism of that's their idea of what being a man is. I gotta turn up. I gotta let people know. I gotta make people respect me. And you know, whereas like the dudes that I knew that had a dad, it was just like, hold up, I ain't got to prove nothing. I'm a man, whether you know, just as a using that as a simple example. But it's just so many things, bro. Like being a dad, like once my kids were here, and especially when all three of them got here, bro. Y'all know my story. I won't go too deep into it, but it led me to some real dark places, bro. Some real dark places of just feeling like, yo, I screwed up. And here we talking about when I was in my mid 20s, like I had gave up. Like it was like, yeah, I done married, I done put these kids in this world, and I failed, bro. I failed like big time. Like I had no clue of what I was doing. I was screwing up big time, you know. So yeah, bro, it exposed a lot, man. It exposed a lot for me.
That's good, bro. That's good. Let's get to this comment real quick. My biological father wasn't there. He had a stepfather who adopted us and gave us his last name. He was in the house, but he was an evil man. My mom finally had the courage to leave when I was in high school, but some of the damage was already done. My brother spent 18 years in jail. Don't think he would have if his biological father was involved and my stepfather didn't physically abuse him. That opens up a whole new topic, man. Thank you so much for your transparency. That's so true. Because some of us you can have a father in the household and he could be just as toxic too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
you go from wanting that father figure, but also not really knowing what it means to be a healthy father. I always tell this one quick story about my father. I had to be like maybe 6 years old, 5 years old. And I'm in my grandmother's house in the projects in Newark. And I hear like this. I'm watching TV in the living room. I hear like this, you hear like like a crowd. Like it's just getting louder and louder, like coming closer and closer and closer to the door. And finally you just hear boom, and the door just swung open. Boom. And like the whole hood was at my grandmother's door. My father was in a fist fight with some dude, and the fight spilled into my grandmother's house. Like literally, I was watching TV on the couch. My father flipped this dude onto the coffee table, broke the table, boom, and my father just going to work on this dude. Pow, pow, pow. I mean, hitting him in the face over and over until the dude was knocked out. And my father, to this day, I promise I can see his face right now. He looked at me in the midst of sweat, all that stuff. He was like, "That's how you become a man. That's how you do it right there. That's it." And I'm just looking. I'm like 6, like looking. I'm like, like no, I'm probably like 3 or 4. But I can still see his face. And he was like, "That's how man handle business. That's what you're supposed to do." And they dragging this dude out, but this whole time he's giving me all this testosterone about this is what it means to be a man.
mm-hmm.
And so when I started going further in life, now I actually brought this up to my dad a couple of years ago. He was like, "You remember that?" I was like, "Yeah, I remember that." Like I could, that was the thing that like whenever I got into any type of conflict, I swung first because that's what it meant to be a man. Like,
Right.
so I was out there swinging on people that didn't deserve to get swung on. Like they just was. I was just like, nah. If I feel any type of anything, I'm swinging right now. Like, and so but that's what I took. My father was just like, yeah, that was about nothing. And when he really told me about the story, it literally was the dumbest story of all time. But I took that as a kid and I ran with it because I thought that as whenever there's any type of conflict, the first thing you're supposed to do is swing on somebody. And so I literally took that as like, this is how you do things. He was like, nah, that was stupid. Why would you think that? Like he literally said, that's stupid. Why would you think that? I said, I didn't know. You didn't leave me with nothing else, bro. You ain't leave me no instructions, bro. You just said this in the heat of the battle.
Just gave me the gun.
So I'm like, okay.
Why do you think that?
Yeah. Wait, why would you think that? Because this is what I saw. But it started a chain event for me and got me in a lot of trouble too, because I just thought that's what it meant to be a man, is that you handle all conflicts with your hands. Like I really thought that for a long time, until he had a conversation. He like, No, like why? Well, that's stupid. Like no, we fought because of da 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 da. I was like, he was like, that was it. I don't know why I said that to you, but you know, like, it's my whole mantra growing up. But he was like, yeah, I don't know why I said that to you. But I also have other. What do you say?
When you're a kid, like
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, whatever it means everything.
They say everywhere they say you hang on, and then you know what I'm saying. It's almost like when your man ain't supposed to cry, well, you cry like a girl, and then you think you God didn't give you no tear ducts, like so, like you.
Bro, that's a good point. So what are some things that we thought as men? What are some things that we thought you were supposed to be as a man? Like you said, all men don't cry, right? A man ain't supposed to cry. Is there anything that is there anything that y'all could think of top of your head where you thought when you thought about manhood or what it meant to be a father that this is what it had to be like?
It's a ton of things, bro. Butch said this earlier. He said that the absence of his father made him feel like he needed to be the best version of what he missed, right? So I think, like, in retrospect, one of the things for me was providing. Like we struggled growing up. We struggled growing up. Like we were just up. I was just up for Thanksgiving at my aunt's house, and me and the kids, my mother went to my aunt's house, and we were joking about how when we were young, we were poor. My mom would make my clothes because she couldn't afford to go and buy clothes, so she bought a sewing machine, and she would make my clothes, and we were laughing about how tight my pants would be. Like I'd be outside playing, and pants would split. How most pants had zippers, mine had hooks on them. So,
you said, "Oh." But it's crazy out here.
I had it was rough, bro. Like I remember one Christmas, me and my brother had got a board game for Christmas. We thought it was a board game, and I was so happy to have this board game. Like I knew something was wrong with it. It wasn't an actual board game. It was parts that they put together, stuff that they put together to make like a board game. And I knew it wasn't a real board game, but I was so happy to have that. But those memories made me feel like when I grow up, like, yo, these are the things my mother did what she could because she had no choice. And I felt like, yo, if he was present, even if he wasn't at his best, if he was present, that would have been different. So for me, it was like, all right, as an adult, if I don't do nothing else, and this is such a wrong mentality to take, but you get to trace back where it came from. If I don't do anything else, I got to make sure that I provide. And the crazy part about that is I feel like in life, that's where I was attacked at, like in my ability to provide. And I had to get to a point where I realized, like, yo, like sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. It's like I said in the song, like there's been times when I've sat outside y'all bedroom doing cry, feeling like I'm ill prepared and I can't teach y'all to fly. You know what I'm saying? Here's the reality about being a father. You can't all the time.
You can't.
You don't have the answers all the time. You can't provide all the time. If you break your leg and you can't work, you can't work. You're not going to have all of the answers when your daughters come to you about relationship advice. Like you just not you. I had to learn over time that, bro, it's okay that you didn't have the tools. They weren't given to you. You don't make the tools. Tools are handed to you. You don't just get wisdom out of thin air. It is handed to you. It is given to you by experience. It is given to you by people who have come before you, who take the time to exemplify what it means to be whatever it is you're trying to be, and also take the time to pour into you in that manner. So those were things that I didn't have, but I over time it was just like, that was, for me, that was the biggest thing. It was just like, I felt like as a father, you're supposed to provide. Why? Where did that come from? Because my father didn't provide. And because he didn't provide, we starved. Not starved, Mom. Sorry, we didn't starve.
I was gonna say, get it right.
There was times we didn't eat the way we should have ate. There was times we didn't have what we should have had. There's times we didn't live where we should have lived. There was times we were on the run because my father was doing other things. You know what I'm saying? So like those things for me were just like, nah, like if nothing else, you're supposed to provide a stable environment for your kids and for your family. So that was a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a misconception, but the misconception part is that you're just going to do that. You're going to be good at it. You're going to have it figured out. And that's just not reality. It's not life.
No, but I do agree that some of those things that I missed from him made me like always have a grinding mindset. You know what I'm saying? It was always like, yo, my kids will never live in a building. My kid, and since I've had kids. I think the first apartment we had was, it was a building, and my son was like one, and then after that, they never lived in a building again. You know what I'm saying? It was always, I need them to have somewhere to have a backyard. I need them, you know what I'm saying? Just to feel comfortable. They'll never live in the hood. They'll never live, like, you know what I'm saying? And I worked hard, you know what I'm saying, doing a job that wasn't my career goal, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's sure I'm grateful for the job I had, and it took care of me and my family for years, you know what I'm saying? Till I retired from it. And still take care of me pension wise, as well as medical, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to pay for anything, you know what I'm saying? So a job did me well, you know what I'm saying? Although sometimes we make choices in life that we don't necessarily want to do, you know what I'm saying? That it's not my career choice, but that choice I had to make still benefited us up until now. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm you know, so I literally had to say thank you to my dad for not making me like you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
Coming you. You know what I'm saying? So like it was huge for me to just sit and talk to myself and talk to him, you know, like even though he's not here, like, yo, bro, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? There's two things I'm gonna thank you for. I'm gonna thank you for allowing me to be here because it took you and my mom to make me. You know what I'm saying, outside of God. But then the second thing I'm thank you for is for you not being here and making me who I am. Because had you been here, I might have turned out to something else. You know what I'm saying? I might have been like, yo, I got a good father, so I'm gonna go out here and do what I want to do. It's a lot of jokers that do that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bar within itself, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. That conversation actually could go for a long time. Just even what you just said, bro. But I'm gonna say this too. Thank you for the mothers that were there in real time as well, trying to
Real
play
talk.
that role as well. I think about Mama Cynthia, and I think about my mama. I think about different people that I know that the mother tried their best. They can never really truly, they can nurture and do the things that you want a mother to do, but when it came to fatherhood, you kind of needed, you can only take a man so far. You can show him respect, you can do all other
Right.
things, all the characteristics you're supposed to have. But I do want to say thank you to all the mothers who tried their best and stepped in and made sure there was food on the table, made sure there was clothes to wear. You know what I mean? Made
Right.
sure
Right.
the kids felt love because it's a crazy world to go out there and not know exactly who you are. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna wrap it up in three things though. Before we get off this topic, one thing that I see here is fatherhood is growth in real time. It really is because we don't have all the answers. We really don't.
Right.
We're trying our best to guide, but we don't really know until it's just trial and error. And so fatherhood truly is growth in real time. Being present matters more than perfection. I truly, truly, truly think that.
For sure.
Because even if you're trying to figure it out, um in your marriage, the dopest thing is you marry somebody who loves you, they're gonna work it out with you in real time as well.
Right.
Even when you
Right.
fall into the pit, they like, look, we in the pit, and so we
Right.
gonna do this thing together. But as a father, being present matters because even if you are imperfect, if your thoughts are imperfect, the fact that you were there and listening to your child and hearing them out or sitting next to them or just giving them FaceTime, that meant the world to them because they could actually, you can hear their heart in that real time.
Yeah.
And lastly, Clark Kent is still a hero. You know what I mean? We try our best to be Superman, but sometimes we just need Clark Kent to be there too. So we don't need to fix everything. We just need to be present in the moment and be
Right.
exactly who we supposed to be as men and as fathers. And shout out to all the fathers that are out there. We don't get it right all the time. We really don't. But thank you for trying. Thank you for
Salute.
keeping yourself in the game and not giving up. And again, thank you to the mothers who tried to step in and made sure that we felt like we were loved in those moments. So thank y'all again. As father figure, it's a deep dive into fatherhood. I know we usually have a fun podcast, moving around and laughing and joking and stuff like that. Today was a little more serious, but I think it's a necessary conversation when it comes to what therapy means. You know what I mean? Therapy is not just about the vibes. Therapy is really about unpacking some things that
Right.
help us get here. And so father figure, man, Ish, salute to you. Y'all get up for Ish in the comments. Clap it up for Ish, man. Thank you for bearing your heart on that, bro. Thank you for being transparent. And bearing your heart and your scars, man, in that song. I think it's one of the dopest songs on the project, man. Therapy, y'all. We almost there. We about how many tracks on the album, y'all? Therapy. We got like
11.
It's 11 tracks on the album, and we're only on track 4, which is Father Figure. What's next week's? Next week is what? Heartbreak. Now the ladies actually have an opportunity to clock it. The ladies have an opportunity, to take over the pod next week. It's called Heartbreak, man. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me let y'all hear a little bit of Heartbreak. It's gonna be like those be 30 seconds. They ain't getting much. I just want them to come back.
Sis, you want it or what? What you want to do?
They gotta wait till next week. They gotta wait
next week. All of our viewers, if you want to do hate mail, make sure you address the Tiny and Evan. I try to give y'all a quick, sneak peek.
You gotta come to the episode next week.
Coming to the episode, baby. Period.
I don't even know what you talking about. All right, so thank y'all. Look, so thank y'all for tuning in for Father Figure. Listen, we're not done, y'all. We got a unreleased track we want to let y'all hear. We always try to give y'all something that we didn't release yet. And so Eb, it's on you, sis. Go ahead and talk about this unreleased track. Get a name and let's go.
Okay, this song is called I Like It. It is just about my personal thoughts on like growing up as a preacher's kid and people viewing me as one thing because Zay wants to say hi. Because say hi.
Hey, baby.
It's about people viewing me as one way because of who my parents were in church and just like the experience, the life journey of me finding who I am while still trying to know God and trying to quiet the outside voices or the church voices and building my own relationship with God, whatever that looks like for me. So, yeah.
All right, y'all. This is a song. Oh, you didn't get a title.
It's called I Like It.
In the beginning.
I said that at the beginning. You wasn't
listening. All right, y'all. The
see?
song's called I Like It. Check it out, y'all. Let me know unreleased music, Nikeo music. This is Eb. Check it out, y'all.
Been trying to keep my sanity and you keep saying to me just trust it. Trying to do this on my own cause Christianity's too much to commit to. Too many standards, they're too high to live by. It's like I wanna know who you are and I wanna live right. But the church, they won't let me, they judging me left and right. And I ain't trying to bash, I don't mean to be impolite. See, I got my own relationship with OG, but little old me was thinking y'all supposed to be praying for me, right? So don't ever judge a book by its cover, cause my God, he be working even if it's undercover. And I don't always trust in him like I know I should, but even still, he makes sure I'm good. And I just gotta say, ooh, and I like it how he keeps keeping my mind every time. Oh my, oh my, oh my, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Let me hear you say that. I like it. How he keeps keeping my mind every time. Yeah, I like it. 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 See, my mama, she a preacher. My daddy played the keys. So every single second, somebody's watching me. Got something to say about how I'm living. Judging me behind his face. You say you watched me grow up from little itty bitty elf. Now your nose all turned up cause the clothes that I'm wearing. See, I got my own relationship with OG, but little old me was thinking y'all was gonna pray for me. So don't you ever judge a book by its cover, cause my God, he be working even if it's undercover. And I don't always trust in him like I know I should, but even still, he makes sure I'm good. And I just gotta say, ooh, and I like it how he keeps keeping my mind every time. Oh my, oh my, oh yeah, my. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, how he keeps keeping my mind every time. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it, like it.
out to Eb. Shout out to Eb. I almost forgot the end part.
Yeah, don't forget that end part.
I almost forgot the end part. Hey, shout out to Ed, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Of course, Block Rider, always late to the party. Black people late to everything, man. This guy like, what we talking about, guys? We've been here for an hour and a half. Block, where you been, dog? But yeah, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. This is good, man. I'm excited for it, man. Therapy. We're getting ready for the release, y'all. Get excited about it. Butch, go ahead, see your hand up, bro. You on mute again, bro. Hold up. Yeah, Butch.
Real quick, bro. But I wanted to say, I want to send my heartfelt condolences to my boy, Josh Q. Williams. You know what I'm saying? The Williams family. Josh, I knew Josh since he was a little boy, man, and I just want to say, rest well, little bro. My condolences to you, your wife, and to your family. Josh, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be missed. Great praise and worship leader, young guy, man. But you know, my man. So rest in peace, Josh.
Rest in peace, brother, man. We appreciate you, man. I've been seeing people show you love all on social media the whole since the word dropped, man. So God bless you and your family. Look, y'all, with Team Nikeo, that was father figure. Tiny, you got something too? Everybody raising their hand like a church. Yeah, go.
Oh my God. No, I just want to applaud you guys for sharing. I appreciate it, and I just want to thank God for keeping you guys.
Thank you, Tiny. I like the last one. I just want to thank God. Ish, hold your hand up. What you got to say? Go ahead.
No, I just want to encourage all of the fathers out there, man. Take the pressure off yourself. Take the pressure off yourself. Not the pressure to be better than you were yesterday. Keep that pressure. But the pressure to have it all figured out, the pressure to do everything right, to get it, cross every T and dot every I, it's not realistic. So take the pressure off yourself and get some therapy, man. Get some therapy. If you can't even get therapy, get some people around you that you could be vulnerable with, preferably some men that have been there and done that you could be vulnerable with, that can guide you through it, because it is like vital to being the best version of yourself. Those things are vital. So yeah, take the pressure off yourself.
Gotcha. Butch, you already had your hand up, Butch.
All right, no. Can we just close out with father figure, because
We can rock it again. I know Block Rider did get here late. Block, you missed a new song again, Doc. So we'll play one more time. But Eb, you got something?
I like it.
I like it.
No, I do got something for Eb. Eb, you got a show coming up, right?
Yeah.
I do. I have Love Letters I'll Never Send. Real R&B, real vibes, real music. On January 29th at 7 p.m. at the House of Playoki. You can get your tickets in my bio now at Ebony Marie Music. I have to change my name up here, but it's Ebony Marie Music on Instagram. Ebony with an I.
All right, y'all. I ain't got nothing, but God is good all the time and all the time.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, y'all. We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Block, love you, bro, man. Thanks for always tuning in. Thanks to everybody who commented. IG family, what's going on, y'all? Thank y'all. This is the first time y'all got a chance to witness the pod, man. Find the podcast where every podcast is streamed at Apple, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff, man. Just go ahead and make sure y'all check on that. And follow what's going on. We about to launch this album real soon, man. So next week it's ladies night, and so the ladies will be talking about the song Heartbreak. And so I'm so excited to hear about it, man. Listen, when y'all hear this song, yo, we got one with this one. The ladies really did their thing, man. And,
absolutely.
It's gonna be fire, man. So y'all get excited about it. And look at Tiny, clock it. So all right, y'all, we so stupid.
And we kicked them off this song, so we picked this
Right.
song for us.
It's the ladies.
I think AP might have said, "Hey, can I get what?" One of y'all, I feel like one of them said, "Can I get a?" Are we on this? Like, no.
I wrote a verse.
No.
I'm gonna release it. It's a diss track now, but I'm gonna release it. So my heartbreak had my heart broken at a time when I really needed. I'm gonna drop that as soon as the song drops. I'm gonna drop my diss track to y'all because I had real heartbreak. Church hurt from the Church of Nikeo.
Church of Nikeo.
Yeah. All right, family. Look, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Should I play the song one more time, or are we good, man? What y'all think?
Yeah, play it one more time.
Say it one more time, right?
I'll play it one more time, man. This song is called Father Figure. I wish I could fast forward it to the other part, but I can't. This is called Father Figure. Y'all check it out. We love y'all, man. Have a great night. But check out Father Figure. Therapy album coming soon. Follow us on IG. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that other stuff. We love y'all. Father Figure. Check it out.
It's crazy because, like I said, I met with I ain't tell you. I met with Jocelyn today. Me and her kicked it for like 2 hours. And I was talking to her about the kids being at their older and just not having space with the tie into what we was talking about how my interaction with him, now that I'm grown, I realized, or at least I feel like it lacked in a lot of ways. Case in point, things as simple as just being free to hug them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you said that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And being free to express to them, you know, like you were saying, like with your dad, like you know that he loves you. He had his way of showing it, but there was ways you needed to be loved. Yeah. So I wonder, like he was there, I dropped the ball. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In ways that I dropped the ball because I was busy trying to figure out how to love them the best way that I know how, and was I missing the way that he needed to be loved? You just wonder, like, all right, like, is that a trigger for them? What are they not sharing? Right. You know what I'm saying? What are they dealing with that could be a result of me just something as simple as not hugging? Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So and do they know? 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 Do they know?
I'm single Father Figure. Check it out, y'all. Therapy album comes soon.
Dang, I gotta remember that hook. I came up with a hook I did. It'll come back to me.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
Yeah, I ain't perfect and I know it. It's like the ones you love the most, somehow you always do the least to show it. Familiar breeds content when in the midst it's hard to notice. And I only get one shot to raise y'all right, don't wanna blow it. But sometimes I think I fail to tell you just how beautiful you are. Or wonder if all those hours I worked is leaving y'all with scars. Or maybe I just be thinking too hard. Like if the image of father I'm living is clearly pointing y'all to God. Yeah, something I question when I can't provide. When the means and the needs ain't seeming to see eye to eye. There's been times when I've sat outside y'all bedroom door and cried, feeling like I'm ill prepared, scared I can't teach y'all to fly. Cause the truth is I'm just a man who's still growing up, trying to be what I never had, treating wounds and open cuts. Hard to open up stuff. One day I pray we can discuss. Not that y'all need to know it all, but just so that y'all know enough. Be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trigger, but gotta play my part. Gotta play my part. And be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trying to piece together my heart. Still gotta play my part. Yeah, listen. It never was part of the plan to struggle. But then again, your dad was never good at making plans. I made excuses though, so in turn many plans fumbled. Made it crazy difficult to put food in the pots and pans. But y'all were clueless and your parents, we were foolish. We were babies raising babies, it was crazy. We were toolers. And the negative influences and poor decision making, lack of patience. Swear it had to be God that pulled us through it. But let's keep it fluent, I never wanna pretend for y'all. See, children got a knack for putting daddies on a pedestal. View me as a hero, but if I could just confess to y'all, this man behind the mask is a wretch just doing his best for y'all. Now this'll probably come as a bit of a stretch for y'all, but sometimes I wish we waited to bring you in this world with so little to offer. Amidst this mess we created, tell the truth, I still wonder how we made it. To be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trigger, but gotta play my part. Gotta play my part. And be a father figure, stumbling in the dark without a father figure. Trying to piece together my heart. Still gotta play my part. Life rarely goes the way that we planned it. Be in the zone today, tomorrow you struggle to manage. A plot twist could defer your goals and throw your mechanics. So savor every moment, don't take a second for granted. I bless the day that God placed y'all on this planet. I became a better me the moment that y'all landed. Besides the father, y'all the reason I'm standing. So the oath is to make the most of whatever time left with y'all that I'm handed. Want y'all to know you're the most beautiful things in this world. And when you're old and gray, you still gonna be my baby girls. Made so many mistakes, I'll never never be the one to judge, but I always take it the truth and promise to do it in love. No matter where you find yourself in life, you got a fan and a protector. Tell these knuckleheads they gotta scram. The things that make a man rich, I swear I have it. Diaja, Amira, Amani, and Paris, I love you.
Family, we appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Nikeo Files, Morning Music. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.